It's Jay Kim from the Oregon Surf Perch Fishing Club. It is Tuesday, January 23rd at 11 o'clock a.m. I'm back at Wade Creek. I was here last Friday with Nick Armstrong and we each caught one, but it was at low tide. So I'm about an hour behind high tide, and high tide was pretty high today at 7.5 feet. And you can see there's not much beach here. But just missed high tide. I meant to come earlier. I wanted to hit an incoming high tide, but oh well. So fishing conditions are, it's about 52 degrees. So there's a wind coming from the south. It's to my back. I'd say it's about 5 to 7 miles per hour. Swell energy is about 1,000 today. And catch conditions actually look pretty good. I'm going to go up to where Nick and I were fishing. If you watched my last video, we had to wade through a trough to get to a sandbar to get out to the deep ocean. So what I'm hoping is at a high tide, where the trough we had to wade through is holding some fish. So I'm just going to call straight up there. Catch conditions up there look pretty good, and then I'll work my way down south. Not to mention is I brought my 10-foot Santiam today. Because I didn't think I had to cast as far with it only being about 1,000 energy. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so as I'm standing here, catch conditions actually look pretty decent. So I'm hopeful today, but I have realistic expectations. But it's just nice to be out in the water at 50-degree weather. Man, it's really pleasant, even though there's a slight breeze. It's not very chilling. So, man, what an awesome way to spend the morning. The second cast had a decent bite. Can't believe I missed it. So that's decent. Only been here like 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So that's a hopeful sign. So I'm pretty sure that was a red tail bite. It was a pretty decent bite. Wasn't super big, but definitely bigger than a silver. Follow-up action on my bite, so I started moving more north. The other thing I forgot to mention is low tide is about a -0.5, and with the high tide at 7.5, it's an 8-foot swing in about 7 hours. So, you know, so it's going down a little over a foot an hour, you know, the tidal height. So I would expect beach action and wave action to change here pretty soon. So no action on 3 and 4, and this is now cast 5. Okay, just got a tiny bite. I'm pretty sure that was a silver though. This is cast 6. 2 bites, so I'm still getting bites. Actually, I might have a small fish. I don't think so. Whoa. Oh yeah, I got a dink. It is a dink. Silver. Yeah, at least I didn't get skunked today. I thought I felt a small bite. So this is cast 6. So bite on cast 2, bite on cast 6. So as I mentioned before, with tide dropping about a little over a foot an hour, I'm looking out to the north and it's pretty shallow now as the tide's receding. So I've been here about a half an hour, 7 to 8 casts, only 2 bites and that dink silver. So I think I'm going to start fishing my way back south. And if I don't hit anything by the parking lot, I would just call it quits today. Bite, but again, I think that was, I'm pretty sure it's silver. I'm still kind of getting it. There's a little tap, tap, tap. I don't know if you can see my rod, but I'm still kind of getting it. But again, I'm pretty sure it's silver. Well, I just went down for my first time this year. I go down every year, but this time I stepped on this rock and just tripped. Didn't get hit by a swell, nothing at all. But again, I wasn't paying attention. I was watching the ocean. So I think I'm going to call it a wrap. I'm not too wet, but I'm wet enough to go home. Well, I do such stupid stuff. Preoccupied is that my bottom natural is gone when I got my bite. But again, it was only a silver. It definitely wasn't worth going down for. Okay, so even though I'm wet, I'm still fishing. I got one, I think. So this is about 3 or 4 casts after I went down. So I was just moving my way south to the parking lot. This could be a red tail. So I'm a little wet. It's just more uncomfortable than anything, but let's see what I got here. Yeah, it's a red tail. So second fish of today. I'm thinking this is like cast 10 or 11. And it's on the bottom natural. Ouch, stuck me. And this one is 10 3/4. So not bad, 10 3/4. And 2 fish. See, now I'm sorry I'm wet, otherwise I'd fish longer. More casts after my red tail, 0 action, so I'm calling it and go home and change my clothes. So I've been here 55 minutes. I went down at the 35-minute mark roughly, so I stayed here another 15-20 minutes, and that's when I got my red tail. So I'm guessing I got in about 12 to 14 casts, and maybe closer to 13 to 15, but somewhere in there. And I had at least 3 silver bites and 2 red tail bites, so that's at least 5 bites. And I got 2 fish, a silver and a red. They were both kind of small, and so 5 bites out of about 14 15 casts. So okay, so I got about 5 bites and about 15 casts, you know, so that's a bite every 3 casts, so that's pretty decent. And 2 fish in 15 casts. All right, that's it. And man, I hope I don't go down again. I went down earlier this year than I ever have before, and again, it was just stupid because I was just walking backwards to get away from the swells, and I happened to just step on that embedded rock and trip and went down. No wave even was hitting me, and I almost made it before the wave came in, but didn't quite. Anyway, I also wanted to close with 3 trips in a row at Wade with at least 1 red tail. So I definitely want to come back here.